Hey guys, welcome back to another Dr. Kumar YouTube video. So in this video, we're going to talk about the Lenovo X1 Yoga 2nd generation. This laptop is amazing, but it is very expensive. I think it's probably one of the most expensive Lenovo laptops. The reason I bought it was because I needed something to be immediately fast and have everything that I needed. And I'm in medical school, so my tuition is really expensive every year. So I reasoned that if I use this as an investment, an expensive investment, then it's okay for me to buy it. And maybe if your income level is kind of high and you use it, for your business, and you need something really fast and, yoga, 360 flip laptop, which is also functions as a tablet that has like a pen built in and, has all these crazy features where if you spill coffee on the keyboard, you won't fry your laptop. ThinkPads are amazing. I used to have a ThinkPad X220, and I still have that actually. I put a solid disk hard drive in that laptop, and it still functions to this day, which is amazing. That laptop's like 10 years old. But anyways, yeah, so the laptop I got is we're going to talk about it, so we're going to zoom in at some point, so hold your horses. But yeah, it's a i7 7500. It's the most recent Intel processor, and it has 8 gigs of RAM. I wish I would have gotten 16 gigs of RAM just to be future proof, but 8 gigs is plenty. I never felt lagged, scrolling through 1,000 page PDFs or anything like that. So it's plenty fast. I just wish I would have gotten the 16. I know it's a lot more money up front, but just to extend the range and the life of the laptop, I think is important. If this laptop is too expensive for you, again, I got a deal on it, so that's the only reason I got it. I think it was like almost 25% off when I got it. So you gotta wait for the holidays to kick in. But if this is too expensive, I also had the Lenovo 720, Yoga 720. That laptop is also amazing. The one issue that it has is sometimes the fan would be kind of loud. Sometimes. That's not on all the laptops. Some of them are just like defective, but if you can tweak with the settings and power outputs, you can reduce the fan noise on that laptop. Again, if this laptop is too expensive, you can get a Lenovo 720 from Best Buy, actually right here. Right now it's $700, and there's an open box for $657 from Best Buy. So with 8 gigs of RAM, that's a Core i5 processor. But right now on the Lenovo website, the X1 Yoga is going for $1,700. So battery life is so arbitrary because it depends what you're doing. If you're watching like 1080p HD videos on YouTube and whatever, your battery life is going to last like 4 hours, to be honest. Like that's what I can experience. But on average, like 8 hours easy. Like honestly, I take my laptop to school. I'm in class typing all the notes, annotating with my active pen, doing all those things. And I don't have to charge it until like late at night when I'm in the library, then I'll plug it in. Trackpad is so nice on your fingers. It's like the nicest trackpad I've ever felt in my life. It feels smoother than Apple trackpads. And I do have a MacBook Retina right here, so I'm not just saying that. I actually have experience with the MacBook. It feels just as nice as the MacBook trackpad. The keyboard on this is ridiculous. This is the best keyboard I've ever used in my entire life, and it's just nuts. The Lenovo keyboards are great. The ThinkPad X1 Yoga keyboard is just nuts. The one thing I really like about the keyboard is that it has like a slight divot in each key, so your finger actually rests in the key. Unlike a lot of these chiclet style keyboards that are completely flat, like your finger, it's not natural. Like your fingers are not flat, they're curved. And so when you're on the flat surface trying to type, sometimes they slip around. They don't rest really easily, but on this keyboard, it sits in there really nicely. It has a fingerprint reader. Also, on this laptop, specifically the one on here, is not a software fingerprint reader. On some of the other ones, because it's a ThinkPad, they're made for like, corporate use. It has what's called a mechanical, actually, fingerprint reader, so it's less likely to hack. And when you do log in, it's immediately fast. Like I just put my finger, then, half a second, I'm logged in. I've been at school for like forever, so I've gone through so many laptops, and this is the best one I've ever had in my life. You're probably wondering why I'm able to pump out to 1, 2, 3 monitors this being the fourth one, is because this laptop can pump out to one extra monitor, so it could pump out to this one. So this one and this one will be on with just the, you know, HDMI output or the USB-C output, whichever one you want to use to pump to an extra monitor. But the way you get two additional monitors is you have to have what's called an external graphics card, and that's hooked up to USB 2.0 or 3.0, and in this case, this laptop comes with USB 3.0, and so it's a little graphics card adapter that you plug in these laptops into the graphics adapter unit, and that unit runs into here, plugs into this USB. So if that's confusing, I'll probably make another video if you guys want to explain how that works. But yeah, as you can see, I'm pumping out to these laptops and completely fully functional. So I'll demonstrate how this laptop works, and if you guys have any questions, comment down below. You guys see this rubber piece here? There's one there, there's one here, and there's one in between these two in there. When you flip the laptop in 360, then the laptop actually sits on the surface here. But to not scratch your palm rest or scratch your keys or, you know, your trackpad, it sits on these rubber guys. But the thing about, I know why they made these so small, is to make the laptop pretty and, you know, keep it minimalistic, but it's not very practical, because if you take your laptop to, like, you know, a cafe, or you're setting it on very like uneven surface, you're gonna scratch your very expensive laptop. So what I did was I got these, so these are the rubber grips that go into the nose of the eyeglasses, and what I did was I just cut them. I have one here, one there, and they're elevated maybe like 1 or 2 millimeters. These guys up back here are elevated 1 millimeter, and these guys are elevated 2 millimeters. 2 millimeters is probably too much. I think 1 millimeter is sufficient. The trackpad is like pretty large. I think it is pretty large, and it functions really well. It has multi-gestures, so like all that stuff, zoom in and skip web pages, and, you know, go to all your apps, swipe down to show the desktop. I'll show you guys that. Keyboard is nuts. It's so pretty. Each key is slightly curved so that you could rest your finger on each key, which is really cool. Okay, so what about the ports? Okay, so here you have a Kensington lock, and then next to it you have a HDMI, and then next to that you have a USB 3.0, and then here you have a port where you can get an adapter to plug in and connect to your Ethernet cable, and then here you have your headphone jack and your power button, and then last but not least you have your pen. This is a ThinkPad Pro pen. You just pull it out, and it has a charger right there, and this lasts about 1 hour if you just plug it in, and for like 15 or 30 seconds, and it gives you 1 hour of usage. So on the other side you have one USB-C, which is also your charging port, another USB-C, as you can see I'm connecting it to my monitor, USB 3.0 that I'm using right now, and another USB 3.0. This thing has a lot of ports. This fan is so small. Look at that fan exhaust. It's really small compared to the entire laptop. It's like 2.5 inches wide, and it's really small. And what does that mean? That means you have really low exhaust, and I almost never hear this laptop. It's so quiet. These hinges here are amazing. They're so sturdy, they'll never go out on you. And you have right here the SIM card. So you pull off this rubberized cover here, and you can put a SIM card in there, or you can put in a micro SD card in there as well. You're gonna get the 65 watt charger in the with the laptop, and it's a brick style charger. It charges really fast. This is a 65 watt charger. Another option, I wanted to get a travel charger, so I went ahead and got this one here. It's really light, it's really small form factor, but it's not 65 watts, so it doesn't charge it fast. It just charges it normal speed. It's a 45 watt charger, and I did some research. It has the same specs, so the Lenovo X1 Yoga could either use a 65 watt charger or a 45 watt charger. To find this one, all I did was search for a Lenovo Yoga 720 travel charger, and this popped up. And I did some research, and it is compatible with the X1 Yoga. I've been using it for 6 months with no issues, so it does work. Okay, so I did want to show you the finger gesturing. So for example, 3 swipes up, and it shows you all your apps you have in. Swipe back down, you go back here. 3 swipes down and it shows you your desktop. So swipe back up, you're here. So for example, also the swipe, if I want to go back to the previous back page, that's really easy. Come back here. So yeah, it's really easy. So again, go up here and let's say I want to click on this, and also let's say I want to do 2 things at once. So I have that there, and then I'll have the Wikipedia open here, and it's really easy. So for example, the Wikipedia, let's say I need to zoom in. I zoom in, it's really easy. Let's say I need to zoom back out here. This is the PDF. So as you can see, it's like really quick. There's no lag. It's like almost a 1,000-page PDF, and I'm able to scroll down, up and down this thing like really easily. Let's say I want to zoom in to this guy. Able to zoom in and zoom out. And I'm going to show you another program. So this is a Drawboard PDF. It's actually a better program to zoom in. Sorry, not this one. That's Bluebeam. Drawboard is this one. So this is Drawboard. Let's open it up here. So you're able to zoom in and zoom out like really easily. So you can see it handles like this PDF application rather quickly here. Another thing is, let's say for example you need to annotate something. So you can just come here, grab your pen really quick, and let's say for whatever reason this thing is very important. So we'll just kind of like circle that, and then we'll say, I don't know, important. The pen is a thin pen, but the tip is actually important because it's a solid tip, and so it doesn't have any wiggle room, so it functions just like an actual pen. And what you could do is you could put a grip on here so that you could actually hold it better, but you got to take the grip off when you want to put the pen back in its port. And this kind of works, I'm pretty sure, similar to how the Apple Pen works, where it doesn't have a battery. The battery is actually built in, but this battery charges immediately, like in 15 seconds. I know the Apple Pen, I think you need to charge it for a while, but this charges in like 15 seconds, and you can use it for an hour, which is awesome. Oh, it also has these buttons. So it has 2 buttons. So one of the buttons you could use as like a erasing tool, and the other button you could use as like a right click. So however you want to set it up. How does it work in tablet mode? Let's find out. Tablet mode is really easy. You literally just grab the laptop and you flip it. As you flip the laptop, what's going to happen is these keys are going to go into the laptop. So let me give you guys an angle here. I think that's a good angle. So you can see that the keys will drop into the laptop, and they are no more. So you can't press them, and they're flush. There you go, that's a good angle. They're flush with the laptop, okay? And again, keep in mind, so you see, there you go, that's a good angle. You see my little rubberized elevation here? That's why I have it, so that it doesn't scratch the laptop. And the ones that it comes with are so small, you could barely even see them. It's right here, but it's like, I need something to elevate it more to protect the laptop. That's why I put this one here, and this is the other one up there. So as you can see, they're higher than the rest of the laptop, so it protects it really nicely. Okay, one thing I did want to demonstrate was how quickly this goes from laptop into tablet mode. So this is in the laptop mode right now, so I'm just gonna flip it. Boom. So now I'm in tablet mode. As you can see, the bottom here, boom. So you see this? Now I'm in tablet mode. Okay, so let's say I want to go back to laptop mode. Let's see how quickly that happens. So now wait for this to go away. Boom, now I'm in laptop mode. So I just come here, everything's aligned in laptop mode. Okay, so let's try that again. So right now, let's just say, for example, I'm even here. Let's say I'm playing this YouTube video. I'm on laptop mode, so I'm gonna flip it. And let's see how quickly, you see how quickly it's shifted into tablet mode. So now I'm in tablet mode. So just come here, like I said, you can check out all your applications, and the stuff is still playing in the background. As you can see, it's not slowing down. You might ask, why would you ever want to be in tablet mode when you're just using a laptop for research? Well, for one, it opens up desk space. So as you can see, I just have it in tablet mode, and I have, let's say I'm reading about this Marcus Gunn pupil on Wikipedia, and I have my notes here, so I'm just taking notes, and it's actually really easy. And another thing I like to do is when I'm watching like a YouTube video on something that I'm learning about, I can just play the video and it'll be like right in front of me. So the video will be like right in front of me rather than kind of like away in the desk, like back here. So for me, I'm more engaged and I'm like paying more attention since it's so in front of me rather than being like, I guess like, for example, like this where it's like kind of far away from me. And now I have to take notes on it. I like it when it's more like this and I'm like interacting with it. I feel like it's more interactive when I do that. And then also, you know, if I'm, you know, taking notes here, I could also like read and take notes on my laptop. And then obviously if I want to use my active pen, I just come here and I'm taking notes. Okay, so you're probably wondering, how does the pen that comes with the laptop actually work? So let's demonstrate. Carotid artery, which is up here. And so it'll look a lot nicer when you zoom in and write it. Okay, so let's say you're reading something here and you need to annotate it. You could definitely write on the screen. It's going to be a little bit difficult, but I like to just really take advantage of the, you know, the yoga mode. I'll just grab, you know, a pen here. So this is talking about stem cells. So for example, this is a stem cell here, so I'm going to circle that, and then I'm going to just write, I don't know, totipotent somewhere. So I'm going to zoom in. Okay, so that's a totipotent stem cell, and let's say I'm just taking more notes here. So let's say I want to take some notes that's you know, some small. Let's say I want to annotate really small. You see how this is this text here is like really tiny. I could zoom in and get into that tininess, but I'll need a different font pen. I need like a size 1 pen, so I'll use this pen here. So I'm just gonna write the same thing. Centrioles. So when you just freestyle like this, it's gonna look like that. I'll zoom in for you guys to see. So it's gonna look like that, but if you want absolutely more control, what you could do is you could zoom in initially, go like that, and then I'll write it in red just to show how it looks different. So you come here. Okay, so it might be not too obvious, but the difference between how this text looks and how that text looks is slightly different. And obviously, you know, I'm holding the laptop like this, trying to like write with one hand, but if you drop it down, you're able to, you know, write a lot better. Let me show you guys. So you can see that the palm rejection is amazing. I never had an issue with palm rejection. So yeah, so that's how you annotate. Slide it back into its slot and you're good to go. If you come here, you just type in Wacom, W-A-C-O-M, and this pen application here will open up. So that's what it is here. So what you could do is you can configure the pen. So it has a couple different indicators. So it shows the battery life, and you could set the first button to erase and your second button to be like a right click. You could also adjust the soft or firm sensitivities here and set that up and just click close. Overall, I would say that if you can afford this laptop, I would definitely recommend getting it. If not, you can definitely go for the Lenovo Yoga 720. But you know, this laptop is picture perfect. Like I said, the hinges are amazing, the trackpad is amazing, the keyboard is great, battery life is awesome, it's really fast. Comes with a built-in pen that works, you know, graciously. I got a FHD screen, full HD screen. I did not get the I think it's the quad, the WHD screen. I thought that was unnecessary for my purposes. But yeah, so far I haven't had any issues. I know the first generation X1 Yoga, it had some motherboard issues. I actually had one of those for about a week, and then I returned it because it just had too many problems. That was the first generation, so they, you know, looked into it, made some adjustments, and the second generation is so much better. This one also has a 14-inch screen in it, but inside of a 13.3 inch form factor, so you get a lot of screen for very low real estate. And I don't know. I don't know what else to say about this laptop. I just really like it, and if you can afford it, get it. If not, get this Yoga 720. Hope you liked the video. Hope it was helpful. If not, I sincerely apologize. But click like, subscribe. If you have questions, put it in the comments below. Have a good day.